Mac, no.
Welcome to today's video. We're diving into one of the most iconic films of the 1970s, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975. Directed by Milos Forman, this adaptation of Ken Kesey's novel won 5 Academy Awards and became a beloved classic. But beyond its legendary status, there are a number of weird and surprising facts about the making of this film that you probably didn't know. So, let's take a look at weird facts about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Jack Nicholson's iconic laugh was spontaneous. Jack Nicholson's performance as Randle P. McMurphy is unforgettable, and part of that is due to his distinct, sometimes manic laugh. Interestingly, that laugh was completely spontaneous. Nicholson didn't plan it out, and it wasn't scripted. He just improvised during filming, and it became one of the most memorable aspects of the character. Louise Fletcher didn't want the role of Nurse Ratched. Louise Fletcher, who played the cold, calculating Nurse Ratched, initially turned down the role. She was worried that playing such a villainous character would typecast her, but she ultimately accepted the role and gave one of the most chilling performances in cinema history, winning an Oscar for it. The film was shot in an actual mental institution. Instead of building sets, the filmmakers chose to shoot One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in a real mental hospital in Oregon. The location was the Oregon State Hospital in Salem, and many of the extras were actual patients. This gave the film a raw and authentic feel, but also created some eerie and unpredictable moments during filming. Jack Nicholson's improvisation led to some dark comedy. Nicholson was known for his improvisation skills, and on the set of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, he often added his own flair to the script. For example, the scene where McMurphy plays basketball with the other patients was largely improvised, adding a sense of freedom to the oppressive environment of the hospital. The director had a unique relationship with the actors. Milos Forman, the director, was known for his relaxed approach to directing. He encouraged actors to feel free and improvise, leading to a natural, unforced chemistry between the cast members. This casual atmosphere contrasted with the intensity of the film's subject matter, but it made the actors more comfortable in their roles. The real Nurse Ratched was based on a real person. Ken Kesey, the author of the novel, based the character of Nurse Ratched on a real-life nurse he encountered during his time working at a psychiatric hospital. He described her as being cold and authoritarian, traits that Fletcher's portrayal brought to life perfectly. The movie's unscripted moments were often the best. While the script was tightly written, some of the most iconic moments came from unscripted interactions between the cast. For instance, the scene where McMurphy tries to lift a heavy water fountain was completely improvised. Jack Nicholson's physicality and the reaction of the other actors added an extra layer of comedy and absurdity to the scene. The film's iconic poster was created without permission. The famous movie poster, which shows McMurphy and Nurse Ratched locked in an intense stare-down, was created by a designer who wasn't officially hired by the studio. The poster was initially mocked up without permission, but once the studio saw it, they decided it was perfect for the film and used it as the main promotional image. The film's ending was a controversial choice. The ending of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is both tragic and powerful, but it was a controversial decision. In Ken Kesey's novel, McMurphy's fate is different, but Milos Forman and screenwriter Lawrence Hauben decided to change it for the film. The new ending sparked debate, with some fans of the book being disappointed by the alteration. The film helped to change public perception of mental illness. Though it wasn't intended as a documentary, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest had a significant impact on how people viewed mental illness and psychiatric hospitals. The portrayal of the oppressive hospital system raised awareness about the mistreatment of patients and helped to shift public opinion on the subject. The film became a tool for social change, shedding light on the often forgotten or misunderstood lives of those in psychiatric care. And there you have it, 10 weird and surprising facts about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest 1975. From Jack Nicholson's improvisation to the real-life inspiration for Nurse Ratched, this film is filled with interesting behind-the-scenes stories that make it even more fascinating. Whether you've seen it once or 100 times, there's always something new to discover about this iconic movie.